Howdy folks, Sam here. I do hope you're keeping well, all things considered. Today we're going to do a lesson on single notes and the harmonica. This is where the instrument starts getting fun. We're going to look at a few things. We're going to look at the major scale, the sort of bedrock of Western music, the major scale. You have to learn it. We're going to look at some, again, basic melodies and nursery rhymes. And maybe things like that. I'll put a link in the description because there's a website with tons of melodies that you can learn like that. And we'll also look at a basic blues again. Get you working around the changes of a blues progression. First, we're going to talk about embouchure and how we actually interact with this instrument. So there are two main embouchures that harmonica players use to produce single notes. The one I'm going to show you today is known as puckering, because it's literally like you're puckering out for a kiss. Or like you're whistling is the most sort of common exaggeration. You're also breathing in as you whistle, which is a new sensation for your body. The other style is called tongue blocking, which is a little bit different and a little bit more tricky. And I'm going to talk about that in another lesson way on down the line. Let's just look at playing single notes through puckering for the time being. So yeah, puckering, as you can imagine, exactly like you would whistle. Let's try with hole number one, blow and draw, or breathe out and breathe in. That's what I mean. Just with a whistle on your lips. The thing to do after that is, if you can do that right away, then try that pattern of blow, draw, and shift up one hole for the length of the harmonica. You'll notice on the top four holes, the order of notes reverses, but we'll talk about that again probably in another lesson when we look at the top octave. If you're struggling with that, try getting a note on the middle of the harmonica, which is try hole four. If you can't do that right away, play the chord 3, 4, and 5, and then just try and gradually close your lips and close your embouchure to just get a single note. As you're doing this exercise, as well as just breathing the note, you may also want to try tonguing the note, which gives the note a little bit more of an attack. So when we tongue the note, we just go literally like that. Trumpet players do it non-stop, sax players, the whole brass and woodwind section are used to tonguing notes to get some articulation. That's hole 4 right there. Breathe out, tonguing, breathe in, tonguing. Stop the video and just try that for, 5 minutes, 20 minutes, however long it takes you to get it comfortably. Then come back. Okay, so if you're comfortable with what we've talked about so far, we're going to play the major scale of C, assuming you're using a C diatonic. If you're using an A diatonic, it'll be A, or whatever key is printed on the thing. You're going to play the major scale associated to that. So we're going to start with the hole 4 blow, draw, then slide up to 5, blow and draw. Slide up to 6, blow and draw. Now when we go to 7, we're going to go draw, blow. That's the difference. Try that slowly a few times. Rest. So there you go, you've already got the major scale down. basically the foundation of Western music right there. When you practice that, do it how I just did it, so with a rest at the end. That was very fast, I appreciate it, but slow it down to your own pace. The other way you could practice that is going to the ninth and back if you want to play it a little bit faster. The ninth is D in a C major scale, but up an octave, and that's on hole 8 draw. So take everything I just showed you and slow it down, and really do take your time with it and make sure it's nice and crystal clear when you're getting those single notes. I'm playing quickly because I want to keep the video as short as possible. But once you've got that major scale down, you've got the fundamentals of, Western music theory, and there's all sorts of melodies you can start playing and having fun with. I'm going to show you the Beethoven Ninth and the Campdown Racetrack that I played in the introduction. You can get started with that. So Beethoven's Ninth. Start with that passage. That's 5 blow, 5 draw, 6 blow twice, then come back, 5 draw, 5 blow, down to 4 draw. Take that in itself as a little chunk and learn that well before moving into the next step. Next little bit, 4 blow, 4 draw, 5 blow, 4 draw. Great. Take that as a little chunk. Now add it onto the first part. Then you're going to repeat that, but instead of going to 4 draw, you're going to go to 4 blow. Easy as that, right? Next section. A little bit tricky. So we're going 4 draw, 5 blow to 4 blow, then 4 draw, 5 blow, and a quick flick off to 5 draw, and then back to 5 blow, and back to 4 blow. And again. But that time you're coming to 4 draw. So putting the two together. To the 4 draw, then 4 blow, 4 draw again, and then 3 blow. And then you're repeating the first theme that we've already learned. Fun stuff, right? Campdown ladies. So Campdown ladies like that. Starts on the 6. 6, 6, 5, 6, all blow. Then 6 draw, 6 blow, down to 5 blow, and then 5 blow to 4 draw. So let's play that section. I'm going to repeat it again. This time we're going to do similar to what we played on the Beethoven. 4, 5 blow, 4 draw, 5 blow, and a quick flick off onto the 5 draw, back to the 5 blow. Then 4 draw, 4 blow. Then we're going to do all blow up on 5, sorry, 4, 5, and 6, up to 7 even. And then it's a 6. 6 to 7, 6 draw to 7 blow, 6 draw, 6 blow, then similar to the first theme, 6 blow, 5 blow, 6 blow, 6 draw to 6 blow, and then that little flick off again. So if you're comfortable playing your scales slowly, and you manage to get through my convoluted explanation of Beethoven's Ninth and Countdown Races, then I'd like to do a very basic blues with you guys. I want to take the 3 chords that we used last week. You remember? We used those 3 chords in a blues. Now we're going to play the single note bass of them and use that as the basis for a blues. So where we played 2, 3, 4 draw, we're just going to play 2 draw and try. Can be a tough note for beginners, but just try and get a clear note from this. Such an important note for the blues. First change to the 4 chord, which was 3, 4, 5 blow. We're just going to take the note in the middle, 4 blow. And then for the turnaround, the 5 chord, which we were doing 4 and 5, we're just going to do 4 draw. So we got, that's my 1 is 2 draw. My 4 chord is a 4 blow. Back to the 1 chord. And then for the turnaround, 4 draw. And there's all sorts of fun rhythms you can apply to that. Just those 4 notes, and using the tonguing that I was talking about earlier to accentuate the notes. So that might not seem like much, but that is the skeleton, the basis for probably about 60-70% of the rhythm parts that I play with my band. Because once you've got those 3 notes to play the changes of the chords that the rest of the band is playing, all you're doing is just adding notes. I would call it dancing around the notes, particularly dancing around the 4. But just that's how you build a rhythm from those basic single notes. So, for example, that's all using those 3 notes, 2 draw, 4 blow, and 4 draw, as a basis for just playing everything else. So yeah, it's important to get that down and have some fun with it. I appreciate I've crammed a hell of a lot in that lesson. I tend to do that. Just take each segment and pause it, go off for a few hours or even a few days and get that under your belt before moving forward. And yeah, have fun with it. See you in another video soon, guys. Oh, one other thing I wanted to tell you guys is, alongside watching me, do watch other YouTubers. I'm not the only person doing free lessons out there. Do look at websites, do grab some books, particularly some books on music theory, because I don't have much time to teach that to you guys, but it's so important, and there's so many resources out there. That's not a cop-out on my lessons. If you're trying to learn something and you're just using one channel, such as my channel, to get it, well, you could be using books, you could be talking to other players. The more perspectives you can get on this instrument, the better. So do go out and explore different channels of learning. And yeah, see you guys in another lesson soon. I hope that one wasn't too convoluted, but yeah, just stick with it.